Hi, I'm Greg Sales. I'm the lead for instructional design and e-learning for the One Health Workforce Project, funded by USAID out of the University of Minnesota. I've been asked by Indahun to present a series of videos, short videos, that will cover online learning, design, and development. Okay, when you're creating an online course, you need to understand what a good course is. You'll find that if you reflect on your own experience, you'll get a lot of good ideas about which courses are good, which may not be so good. One of the key things that you need to keep in mind when creating an online course is that it needs to meet the learner at the level where the learner is. It shouldn't start at too low a level, be too simple and bore them. It shouldn't start at too high a level, be too complex, too demanding, and be frustrating for them. You also want to engage the learner in activities. If you know a little bit about modern education, educational theory, you'll know about active learning versus passive learning. A course needs to be active, and that's really tricky in an online environment because we're basically looking at a computer screen. So as the designer of the course, you need to think about what's going to make that course really engaging for the learner. How can you structure assignments and activities and the expectations you have for the learner so that they stay engaged, stay active in relevant tasks that will help them to learn the knowledge and develop the skills they need to move forward in their education and training. You also need to create e-learning or online learning that is going to specifically address the knowledge and skills that that learner needs. So when you're creating a course, don't create a course that's of interest to you, create a course that's of interest to the learner. Often as subject matter specialists, as most academics are, they think, well, I need to know this, I need to know that, this is interesting to me. But really what you need to do is analyze the learner's needs and create things that are going to build their knowledge and skill from where they are to where you want them to be. And in the process of doing that, you want to create a course that's easy to use, it's well organized, it's clear to the learner what comes next, how they get there, how long they should be spending, and if they have to leave the course in the middle or leave a lesson in the middle, they should be able to come back into that lesson and that learning without having to start at the beginning and work their way through. So you want to make ways to get in and out of the course fairly easy. Obviously, the credibility of the course is important. And the credibility when your learner is in a remote location accessing it through technology is largely based on whether the presentation that they're experiencing is error-free. Error-free both in content and in the way it operates. It needs to be accurate, it needs to be correct, current, complete, and it needs to function properly. Also, when you're creating these courses, you want to create a course that engages the learner in a community of learners. Now, in some asynchronous courses, that's more challenging to do. You may need to create an alternative or refer students to an alternative environment where they may belong to a blog or some kind of a threaded discussion or chat room. But you want to create a community where people can exchange ideas, ask questions, update information, share ideas and projects that they may have created. You want to provide also opportunities for the learner to engage in some kind of communication with the producer or the instructor of the course. They need to be able to ask questions, get technical support, get advice. They need to be able to clarify their understanding through a more real-time exchange through emails or phone calls or discussions of some sort. And then finally, it's important in an academic setting especially to create a relationship between the learner and the instructor, a professional bond that will allow the learner to refer to that instructor as someone who they've studied with, and for the instructor to be able to also recommend the learner based on their performance for jobs, for awards, for special recognitions that may be available. So that relationship, even though they're not in the classroom seeing you every day or every week, you as the instructor need to have a bond or a relationship with that learner just as if they were on campus. I want to thank you for watching along on these videos. Hope you've enjoyed them and learned some things. Hope your e-learning development goes well. On the screen you'll notice there are a few links that have been provided. If you use these links, you can download materials that we've talked about on the various programs. I want you also to notice there's an email address. Please use that email address to send us your feedback. Let us know what we might be able to do to help you with the development of online learning our future activities as we go forward. Again, thanks for watching.